everyone, Tiger here, and today I am going to do One Piece chapter 914 review. And sorry I've been gone for so long. I can't remember, did I do chapter 913? I don't think I did. If I didn't, then sorry. I'm just gonna skip that one. And we're just gonna continue on. So this chapter starts out with Tama, and she is at least somewhat healed. The owner of the tea house that gave her the Jagan grass to heal her from the poison, she said that, well, yeah, you do feel better, but the poison is still there, so you might want to be more careful. Make sure not to drink from the river water anymore, because yeah, that would probably kill you if you did it a second time. Which my thing is, I thought that was something that she did kind of regularly. If she only got to eat millet, and if that was only sometimes, not a meal every day, and even that, that girl has got to be hungry. So I thought that was more like something that she did periodically to, try and stop the hunger a little bit. But here it sounds like this is the first time she's ever drank from the river. So I guess it's just because Luffy was there and she's not exactly familiar with having company, and she didn't want to embarrass herself in front of him, and all that. So of course, right after the Suyu, I think, is that her name? The tea lady. Let me see. Just Suru, I guess. I don't think you pronounced a T in front of it. So right after Suru tells her not to drink the water again, Tama's stomach grumbles, and she immediately runs to the river. And she's just like, "Oh, Tama, stop! Seriously, what are you doing?" And I'm pretty sure that's what everyone reading the chapter was like, "What are you doing, girl? We just went through this." So after that, we see Kiku, who was the girl who was, I'm guessing she's a waitress there or something like that. And we of course saw the sumo wrestler there last chapter, and he was trying to propose to her, and she was just going "Nah, if you're not gonna get anything to eat, then please leave." Oh, so we see her bandaging Zoro's wounds, and of course they're not bad for Zoro. I mean, we all remember Mihawk slice him upside, or right down the chest, and that whole thing with Arlon, and he's just looking at his body and going how are you still alive? A few nails hitting him isn't really gonna do anything, but she's being nice. And Lord above, she is tall. Zoro is not little. How tall is Zoro again? I don't remember, but I think Luffy's 5 feet something. And Zoro's, I mean, he's, like I said, he's not a small guy, but she's at least a foot taller than him, at least from what we can see. Of course, she's sitting down, and she's also wearing heeled sandals, so maybe that has given her a little bit of height, but still, she is big. which Zoro, of course, mentions, and like, as soon as I saw that, I immediately thought of Seven Deadly Sins, and when, Gother brought up the fact that Deanne is like a foot taller than what she says she is, and Meliodas, while Deanne's beating the crap out of Gother, he mentions to Elizabeth, "What does a foot matter when you're already as tall as she is?" And Elizabeth's just like, "You don't understand. You're not a girl. You don't understand." So yeah, that kind of reminded me of that, though. Thankfully, Zoro didn't get beat over the head. But that would have been funny. And Luffy just remarks, Big Mom was bigger. Which I don't know, like, the people in Wano, of course, are very cut off from the outside world, so do they even know who Big Mom is? Because I was thinking, like, if somebody heard that and they knew who Big Mom was, they would be just going like, wait, how do you know that? Which then again, Big Mom is Yonko and it's in her name, so maybe, I don't know. I just thought that was funny and a little bit strange. So then Akiku thanks them for making that sumo wrestler leave, or at least I think he's left, because I don't think we see him in this chapter, but she thanks him and introduces herself. So she uses a term, sesha or sesha, I think. I don't know. I don't speak Japanese. I'm so sorry. To address herself, which is used by male samurai, which, okay, first thing that popped into pretty much everyone's mind reading this, Ivankov. I don't think that's what it is. I'm pretty sure Kiku's straight up a woman. It's just that, as we find out later in this chapter, she is a samurai, and probably most samurai aren't women, so, she's just referring to herself, like, the way that a samurai would, except most samurais are men, so what can you do? So I think that's just it. I don't think she's a trap, like I've heard a few people say. So after that, Suru is giving Tama some actual food, finally. And Tama, of course, starts to refuse her, and she's just going like, I couldn't even pay for the medicine, I can't pay for this. And Suru's just going like, no, go ahead and eat it, like, go ahead. You don't have to worry about paying me back. So Tama is just flat out refusing, and then we get this really funny scene where Suru's basically like grabbing her and is going like, silence. Do you think I'm just going to say, oh, I see, never mind then, to you saying no thank you after I took the time to prepare and serve this food? If you don't eat, I'll just pour it out on the road and let it go to waste. Understood? And like pretty much everyone is like thinking the same thing, probably. Well, not exactly the same thing, because of course we haven't prepared that food. She's in the story. But we're probably just thinking like, girl, you're starving, you just got poisoned, it's your birthday, and you almost never get to eat anything like this. You usually only get to eat millet, which is basically cereal, and we're just going like, girl, eat something, like, seriously. So, thank you, Suru. And then, Kiku is just off in the background, just going like, Tama, like, seriously, just take it. She's not gonna take no for an answer here. Like, she never does. And also, it looks like they have the Kazuki crest on the side of their tea shop. That's not smart. And also, I just realized, the like hair ornament that Suru has in her hair, it kind of looks like the symbol for the Kazuki clan. Okay, it's not gonna zoom in, so hope y'all can see this. Like right there in her hair, right here, like that seriously looks like the Kazuki bird thingamajig. But anyway, so Tama finally eats it, and she just starts crying, and she's just so happy because it's just so delicious, and it's a really sweet moment. And Zoro is even like smiling like he usually does. Like he's not like Luffy, who's just like very emotional and all that, but you can tell that he's happy, and it's so sweet. But look at this face. 1 second. Come on. Maybe I'll show it. Maybe it won't. Okay, it's not going to. But seriously, very sweet face from Zoro right there. So then Luffy remembers that she only eats millet or sometimes rice. So Otama, very happy, and we also get to find out that the porridge, that's what she called it, has mochi in it, or dongo, which she can pull off her cheeks, of course. And Luffy asks, "You can pop out mochi from your cheek, can't you?" And we find out from Tama, yes, but that won't stop the hunger, so she can't use it to feed herself. That's pretty much obvious. So then we just get to see Suru, and she's like almost in tears just because there's this little 8-year-old, and she's just so happy to get something that if like Wano was normal and they didn't have Kaido or the Shogun there, then that would be like something that she would have, well, whenever she wanted, really. Maybe not every day, but still. And she's just so happy to get this food that she normally should have had like every day, and it's just really sad. So after eating, Tama just passes out. She's exhausted, understandably. So then we see Suru talking with Luffy and Zoro. So Luffy is of course very angry because he says, "It's crazy that a little girl like her is able to go hungry. Although, once she gets older, she can eat poison food." I don't know who says this, but someone says, no, she can't. And, of course, Luffy being Luffy and what happened with Magellan and all that, he could probably eat the animals, the poison animals that are running around Wano, and probably drink the water, no problem. And he's probably thinking about that, and whoever it is just going like, no, you're weird. Like, normal people can't do that. So then Suru finally asks for the names, and Zoro tells her that he's Zorojiro, which is his code name. And Luffy, oh Lord above, he immediately starts with, "I'm Monkey D," and then Zoro just cuts him off like he's Luffy Taro. Like, and then Luffy just says, "That's right, I'm Luffy Taro, Zoro." And, Suru immediately realizes, yeah, you're foreigners, aren't you? And it's so obvious and it's so hilarious. Luffy even says, "How'd she know this?" And I'm just sitting here like, if she didn't notice that, I'd be questioning her intelligence. Like, really. It's so obvious. So then she tells him that she is also new in this town and Kiku has only been with her for about a month. So then Zoro asks about why it's called the town of leftovers, and Suru tells them about the Kazuki clan, which of course she doesn't know that they know, and that they know Momo, who is of course the heir. And we also find out, like, this is confusing because, okay, Odin was a daimyo, which I didn't think, like, Emperor is over the daimyo and Shogun is over the samurai, right? I really hope that's right. So I was thinking that Odin used to only rule over Curry, like it said, but she says here, over 20 years ago, the Kazuki clan ruled over the Wano country, as they had been doing for a very long time. So it sounds like they've been ruling over the entire Wano country, and I'm just going like, wait, is there an emperor? Like, what? I'm so confused here. So, and then, oh Lord above, Luffy, honey. So, Luffy forgot Odin's name. He just going like, Odin, I think I've heard that name before. What was it again? And I think Zoro remembers because he just going like, Odin Castle. But Luffy, Lord above, with everything that has happened, you would think he would remember that by now. Which then again, he called Marco Pineapple Head or something like that, so. So then she goes on to tell him that, yeah, that used to be like clean food and water and just, it used to be a paradise here, but then Shogun and, I thought she said a certain person. So yeah, she just says that the Shogun that owns the farm that used to like be used to give the residents of Curry good food, the Shogun now owns it and doesn't give anything to them except his leftovers, hence the name. So while she's telling them all this, one of Kaido's men overhears her and shoots an arrow at her face. And we have this really badass moment from Zoro. Of course, it's Zoro, where he's just like, shing, and like just hold his sword up and stops the arrow from hitting her. And she's just going like, wait, what just happened? Oh, Lord above. And the name of this Kaido's subordinate is Batman, who has a bat zone. Small. And I'm just going like, oh Lord. As someone who is a very big fan of Batman, this is insulting a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh Lord above. So Zoro is very angry. He's just going like, well, Batman says my hearing ability is 6 times of that of a normal human. And Zoro's, well, that's all well and good, but if that hit her, she'd be dead. So what the crap? So then the Batman keeps on attacking Zoro. Doesn't really do much. Of course, it's Zoro. And and then he recognizes Zoro from where he cut that magistrate in half a billion and a half with like an inch of a blade. So yeah, that's not good. Then Tama gets kidnapped again. Like, this girl has no luck. Like, honestly. And we have Gazelle Man, who's just... I'm not even gonna say anything to that, honestly. So, he can move at a speed of 200 kilometers an hour. Then, Kiku actually picks up a sword, hops on the Koma Inu, and chases after them. So, Zoro, shocked, that girl took a sword. Then the, Suru says, I heard that she knows how to use it, but I've never seen her use it in person. So then Luffy stretches out his arm, grabs on to the Koma Inu, and, is just like, I'm going to save her. And Zoro grabs onto him and says, wait, I'm going to. And then, poor Suru, she just like, she does not have a good day either. And it's just like, his arm! So, they, arrive on the Koma Inu's back, and Kiku greets them. So the kidnapping was actually planned. They found out about Tama's devil fruit, and of course want her for that. So then Kiku pulls out a diary or something and proceeds to tell him about the 3 headliners, which is Hawkins, which of course we saw last chapter, Hold'em, and Speed. Okay, so I've heard that all of these, except maybe Hawkins, is named after either a card, like a card game, or a card with Jack, and I'm just like, wasn't that Ace's crew motive thing? Like, don't particularly like that, but okay. So then we get to find out that Kiku is a samurai. Really cool. So then the Gazelle Man calls his higher up, and it looks like he has a lion devil fruit or a smile or whatever. And says, okay, I've got her, and that is Hold'em. He tells him to bring her here. So then back with Kiku and Luffy and Zoro, and Kiku's like, okay, we're breaking in. We're heading straight into the Bakura district. It's the government officials in the pirates' territory. And Luffy and Zoro are just going like, let's do this. They are so ready to get it on, to get in the fight. And Kiku's just like, why the heck are you smiling? Like, this is not a good thing. Like, also, government officials and pirates. You would think those two would not go together well. Anyway, so both of them are excited, and Kiku's just like, what's wrong with you? Then we go back to that mountaintop that we were at last chapter with Beppo, and we finally get to see Law. I think this is Beppo oh Lord, I just said Beppo. Beppo shouting, Captain, it's terrible, Captain. Straw Hat and Roronoa are heading to the Bakura district. Straw Hat, Yaz, and Wano? So this is funny because we just see Law kind of like laying down, and he's just going like, oh, well, not oh. He's just going like, Straw Hat, Yaz, and Wano? And then he just like sits up and is going like, wait a second. There is no way you won't cause trouble. And he's just going like, at first he's just going like, oh, so Straw Hat finally made it. And then it finally catches up with him like, oh crap, Straw Hat is in Wano. And he is not the best with like delicate positions like we are in right now. So yeah, maybe we should go and stop him before he does anything stupid. And I'm just going, yeah, Law, you're too late. He has already done something stupid. So has Zoro. Don't know if you know about that. With the Batman recognizing Zoro from, like, I'm guessing a One poster. Well, not exactly a One poster, but something like that. It kind of seems like maybe a few days have passed since Zoro cut down that magistrate, maybe. So I don't know, excuse me, if Law knows about that yet. I think he should, but anyway. So he's just going like, we have to go stop those idiots. And I'm just going like, yeah, Law, you're too late. Everything's gone to crap. While you've been laying up on that mountain, everything's gone to crap, so. Okay, that is the end of the chapter. Really love that moment from Law, like, he's just going like, oh crap. Luffy's gonna mess everything up. Like, okay. Was Law the one that came up with the plan at Punk Hazard? Because I haven't exactly read or watched that entire arc through yet. Pretty sure he was, maybe. But I think Luffy messed that plan up. Then there was Dressrosa. I know Law came up with the plan to that, and I know Luffy messed it up. And now we're here, and I'm just going, you should really be used to this by now, Law. Like, you should expect this. So, okay. End of the chapter. Later on, I'm going to do a 7 Deadly Sins video for the fact that we only have a year left, and I'm just going like, oh, there is so much to say about that. So I will be making that video later. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll be seeing ya.